Here I am with Adam, and Adam, we're standing in front of what?
The Muskegon Heritage Museum, 561 Western.
And it is basically a lot of history of Muskegon area, correct?
We collect Muskegon history, Muskegon's heritage, mostly industrial, some others, but mostly industrial, machinery, things of that nature.
And you're a non-profit organization in which you take members, because I am one.
I'm one, very good, very good.
And because it's bike time, you went out and sequestered a bunch of very unique, older motorcycles.
Right, well, of course we're a museum, so we're into things like old, like I remember here. Yeah, right. And
I'm not that old.
Yeah, right. Antique. So I just thought we should collect antique bikes and put them on display and get away from the show theory. We're just a museum display. So we talked, put the newspaper article out and a few others, and talked to some local guys, and they're just bringing in the old stuff for us to show off for the weekend.
Are you familiar with any of these individuals that you can talk about them? Or?
Yeah, I've been babysitting them for 2 days now, so I'm quite familiar with them.
What do we have in front of us?
This one actually is a 1946 Indian Chief, and it's a very beautiful machine, mostly all original, owned by a fellow in Grand Haven named Dale. And his name's on the front there, I'm sure he'll grab it. But this is a very unique bike. I'm glad you picked this one, Tom, because this one, as you notice, it has no clutch lever. Okay?
Oh.
The clutch is down here on your foot peg, and this is your throttle, and this is what they call a hand shifter. So
oh my gosh!
So what you got to do is you got to push in the clutch with your foot, take your hand off the throttle, shift the thing, grab the throttle, and then pull your foot off the clutch.
Well, that's almost like driving a car in respect, right?
In theory, other than you don't have to gas it with your hand. So this is a very beautiful piece. You can see they trailered it in, of course. And we have inside an 09 Excelsior, a 1909 Excelsior, a very rare motorcycle, and a 31 Henderson 4, which is also a very rare bike. Those are inside the museum.
Well, I got to talk a little bit too, because the predecessor to every motorcycle was a bicycle.
A bicycle, right? And I don't know anybody in town where you could get one of those.
And we have some Bowden Spacelanders in there. There's one in the window in there. Okay, but can you tell me about anything else out here?
This one, actually, this red and black one here is this one has a lot of Muskegon heritage. It was actually bought new by a Muskegon family and has been, when the dad died, the sons actually restored it and put this paint job on it. That's an original 54 motor with a custom red and black paint job, and nothing beautiful.
Oh, it sure is.
Beautiful.
But you know what gets me too is this one behind us.
Okay, yeah.
That looks
beautiful too.
Well, it's beautiful because it is still in existence.
That's right. And you know the guy, well, you were just here. The guy just wrote it in.
He did, yeah. First you've seen it then, right?
Right, yeah. We saw him riding by and cornered him to come on in. That's a 1930 Harley Davidson.
Oh, and it is a Harley. Oh my gosh, unbelievable.
That's what they call a suicide shifter, So when you decide to shift, you end up committing suicide.
Okay.
That was the theory anyway.
Okay. Well, that's great. Well, how many motorcycles do we have on display right
we
here?
We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 here, and we probably got about 4 or 5 more inside.
That's a good guess when you can sit here and count them.
Yeah,
Adam.
that's a guess, right? An accurate guess.
All right. Well, you guys, you got a prime spot here.
Yep.
But we also have to mention Muskegon Heritage Association. That's on the downstairs.
That's on the downstairs. And
then upstairs is the Muskegon Railroad Historical Society.
That's right. Another nonprofit group that's
of which I'm a member of too, because I play with trains.
I'm noticing a theme here. But a good group up there that do a lot of good with model trains and train lovers. And they're making, right now they're in the process of making 2 new layouts.
But this is an opportunity this year round in Muskegon, and it's open on Saturdays. Am I mistaken?
Correct. Today on Friday, all week, all summer on Fridays and Saturdays from 11 to 4. The museum is open. This weekend on Bike Time, which will air afterward, of course, but we'll be open till 6, and probably next year too. We're looking at, this will be our inaugural year for the show, so hopefully next year we'll be able to do it again.
All right. Thank you very much, Adam. This has been absolutely fantastic. Keep up the good work for the community, and we're having fun too.
All right. Thanks for coming, Tom. We'll see you.
All right, here I'm a member of our illustrious state police force, and you are?
My name is Jay Sweetland. I'm a trooper out of our Rockford post.
I was going to ask you where you're from.
Yep,
Okay.
Rockford.
And basically you are on a motorcycle most all the time?
Yep, I'm part of our motor unit. We've got about roughly 20 troopers statewide, based in Detroit, Lansing, and Rockford, and that's our job from April through December.
And who's the gentleman behind us here?
Behind us is Trooper Casey Trucks,
Very good.
also out of Rockford.
Okay. And what are we doing here today at Bike Time?
We're here with the Office of Highway Safety Planning. They're promoting high visibility motorcycle safety. With that, we've been invited last year and this year to provide some basic demonstrations for the public that kind of showcase some basic core skills that anybody can practice at home.
And of course, you're having fun doing this.
Absolutely.
And like I asked you guys why you're wearing really dark blue today, and that's because of
that is our uniform.
That's your uniform with a hot or cold out
Hot or
there.
cold. We've got a leather jacket if we need it. We've got rain gear also.
Oh, you carry everything with you all the time.
This is our office.
This is your office.
This is our office.
And you ticket book in there too?
Oh yeah. Yep.
just question it. What do you think?
Which way you taking home? No, I'm just kidding.
What do you think of all these people down here in motorcycles? Is this unique or really special? Or?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's good for Muskegon. Coming into town the other day, I saw 3 bikes together. They had New York plates. I mean, I talked to a gentleman earlier today from Milwaukee, so it's good for Muskegon. It's good for the local businesses.
It's good for Michigan.
Absolutely. Yep, promoting our good state.
Oh, that's super. Well, I understand that basically they dropped about $22 million in our economy.
Really?
This weekend.
Well.
Yes, with 30,000 motorcycles, 100,000 people, and this is special. You know, Muskegon needs something to put on the map.
Right.
We appreciate your time and energy coming over here and doing this,
Not a
being
problem.
part of Muskegon, because this is just one great time.
We're glad to be here, and you know, we've had a lot of good interaction with the public, and we've answered a lot of questions. And frankly, a lot of people don't believe that this is a 2009 Harley Electra Glide. And a lot of people are very, very surprised that their Harley that they're riding out there is the same bike, and it's capable of all these tight maneuvering.
You're putting it through. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of people just don't realize these bikes are capable of what they are really capable of.
Tell us about some of the safety issues for both motorcyclists and car drivers sharing the same road.
Well,
it's got to be a problem.
It is, and as I said, we're here with the Office of Highway Safety Planning, and their campaign this year deals with high visibility. Okay, that goes from your helmet to your riding jacket. Sometimes even your motorcycle can have brighter colors versus being black, etc. So to start out with a rider, first and foremost, you got to be a defensive driver, and they teach that in basic regular vehicle driving school, but it's that much more critical in a motorcycle. So as a rider, you just it's great to be able to sit back, enjoy the scenery, enjoy the weather, enjoy the bike, the sounds, but that whole time you need to be cognizant of what else is happening.
And that nobody else knows you're there. That's how you got to ride, right?
You have to assume that no one sees you, absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
So for instance, going to a 4-way stop, it's a real good practice or habit to make sure that you have eye contact with another driver before you pull out into that intersection, etc.
Okay.
As far as motorists go, motorcycles here are typically loud, as you can tell, but there's a lot of bikes out there that are very quiet, and bikes are on the road in the fall, spring and summer. So as a motorist, just always be aware that there could be a motorcycle, another vehicle, anything in your blind spots. Check your mirrors. Don't be afraid to turn your head and look.
Twice, right?
Absolutely, yep. There's very few places or trips that you make that are that critical and important that you can't take that extra time to do that. So for drivers, just be aware motorcycles are out there and take the extra time and just...
And the little short trips can be the most dangerous once in a while.
Yep.
You
drivers
could have it in your own neighborhood.
Yep. For any driver, motorcycle, vehicle, what have you. If it's a routine route that you run all the time, you start to get a little comfortable with it and make some assumptions. And I think statistics have shown that a lot of accidents that people get in are fairly close to home or a route that they routinely travel. So just take the extra time, keep your eyes open, keep your ears open, and drive safe.
Okay,
All right,
thank you
sir.
very much.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
All righty, thank you.